Okay, page 79 in the workbook, continuing on. Now we get to the end stage, where we have what's called a white dwarf. What is a white dwarf? Well, it's an exposed core of carbon and oxygen. Mostly carbon, mostly carbon. All right, it is supported by electron degeneracy pressure. Recall, to get to the point of having degenerate electrons, you have to have some enormous pressure in play to even get to that point. We'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, this object is approximately the size of the Earth. The outer layer has a thin outer layer of hydrogen and helium. Almost an atmosphere, if you will. It's extremely dense. It has a density of roughly 10 to the 9th kilograms per cubic meter. Now, what is that? Well, that's 1 million times the density of water. Water has a density of 10 to the 3rd kilograms per meter cubed. Or another way to look at it is 1 teaspoon. One teaspoon of this material equals 5 tons. 5 tons. So, yeah, something about the size of my Zippo lighter, that would be about 5 tons. That's how dense this stuff is. That's how dense this carbon is. After several million years, it becomes cold. It has roughly a 4,000 Kelvin interior temp. And it goes dark. The carbon and oxygen solidifies into a crystal structure. All right, so we're talking about crystallized carbon, and at the risk of being a little bit on the sexist side, ladies, you know very well what crystal carbon is. Oh yes, indeed. We're talking about a diamond the size of Earth, or in other words, a BFD. All right, we'll go on to page 80 here in a minute.